What I'm going to show you today is how we can help you with the northstar vision differentiate those web experiences to help increase revenue, help increase and improve our customer loyalty, and help reduce those costs. Okay, so the northstar vision is very exciting, guys. Very, very exciting. This will change the way our marketing people work and how our site visitors actually access our content and things like that. Okay, so first thing I'm going to show you here is how a site visitor can get that highly personalized, highly social, seamless experience through our website. And to do that, I'm going to show you Prospero. Prospero is my investments company. They do investments, retirement, all of that good stuff. But what I can see as I'm logging in here and as I'm walking through the site as a customer, I can start to see a lot of that social content here. And it's mixed in with traditional types of content like products and tools. And of course, we want to be able to engage with our customer. So I see that I have an investment rep here, Anna Bauer. And as I drill down into one of these community entries, I can start to see a lot of more of that social feature starting to come into play here. I have ratings. I have tagging. I can share the content out to Facebook, to Twitter. Why is this good? This is good because the more links that are pointing back to my content, the more search engines can find my content, the higher my results go, right? And I also can see that based upon my behavior, so this is where those analytics start to come into play, based upon my behavior through the site, I can see an in-context change of the investment rep that would actually help me out. Okay, so now I'm seeing, Dan Misawa is the guy who could probably help me with savvy investor relations or investments and things like that. So as I jump back to investments, based upon my behaviors in the site, we talked a lot about in-context, relevant content. Now I can start to see, you know what? Let me provide more relevant content to my customer. Let him see a different promotion. Let him see a different application that he can start to fill out. And as I drill down into this, we of course have the ability to seamlessly integrate those business applications. So now I've got these applications here, but I don't know what to do with it. Typical thing on a business application. Why don't I ask my colleague here, Dan Misawa, to give me a call, and I can also allow him access to my form. So this is providing me that ability to have that engaging experience with my customer. All right, so now if I'm waiting for that phone call, I also have the ability to start an instant message. So now I can see him, I can talk with him, I can even see a web view of this guy, and so now I can actually interact with him, keeping my customer highly engaged. And now as I drill down into this, I also have the ability to log in here. So I'm just going to log in. And actually, instead of logging in here, I'm going to log in through my social channels. So as I log in through my social channel here, I can also provide that federated single sign-on capabilities where I not only have the ability to pre-fill my form with my traditional SAP data and things like that, but I also have the ability to integrate that seamless experience with my social channels. I can see what my folks are writing about on Facebook, on Twitter, and things like that. So I can continue to keep my customer engaged even as he's looking at his traditional content. Now, as I'm going through this, I also have the ability to jump to, the next step. Now, the problem is, what if I don't actually want to continue to work on this form here, right? I have to be on the go. Jim had talked about providing that in-context experience. What I'm going to show you here, guys, is the experience where I can take it on the go. So I have that seamless experience to jump from browser to mobile and continue to have my chat with my advisor. So I'm just going to show you the instant message capabilities here. Did I click on it? I think I did. We'll see here in a minute. And so I still have my same time chat. I can still even see my advisor. And as I go back here, and by the way, did you see that? I'm keeping my context here. Seamless experience for my customer, keeping him highly engaged. Can any of you guys do this? Because I'm sorry, you guys are just not applauding here. This is amazing stuff. Oh, Was I so amazing? Or can you guys see me okay? I also have the ability to see where I am on step 2 of that form, providing that seamless experience, keeping my customer highly engaged. I can fill it out. You'll notice here that, I don't have certain parts of my website showing on this device, and it's because we automatically recognize that with the northstar Vision. So I'm just going to fill in my amount here. Click on Done, slide it across, providing all of those cool capabilities that your typical device touchscreen can do. I can't do it on my laptop for some reason. But where we go from here is we provide that seamless experience from the browser to the mobile and beyond. So what I'm going to pull out here is a neat little tool, and it's called an iPad. And I've got this iPad here, and I can continue to provide that single sign-on experience, that seamless, personalized, in context, relevant experience. So now I'm on step 3. I can continue to fill out this form. I can see what I just filled out on my mobile device and continue down the road. So now we're providing that portal-less portal and provide all of my content in line, in context to my customer the way they want to see it. I don't have to keep them on a browser, right? So let me just talk a little bit about how Alex got here. How did Alex find this site? Well, one of the things that we want to be able to do with the northstar Vision is reach our customer in any way we can. So here I am on my Facebook page. Of course, I had single sign-on, so I can continue to provide that experience where I see all of my content here that is provided by Prospero. So I'm pushing my content not only to my website, but also to those social channels. I can drill into this guy, and as I drill into one of these Prospero ads here, what do I get to see? I get to see a more relevant, in-context, personalized experience for my customer. Because he's coming in from Facebook, maybe I want to keep all his Facebook friends here. Maybe he wants to see videos from YouTube. He's a highly social guy, right? And not only that, but based upon what he was looking at, he sees promotions for investments because he was looking at an investment ad on Facebook. Okay, so we can provide that experience to really personalize the whole package, not just a piece of content, but the whole package for the site for the user to keep them highly engaged. Now, it extends beyond that. It extends beyond the social channel. What about search engines? What about search engine optimization? What if I wanted to do a search here for retirement? And here, of course, we had talked about how everyone's sharing out my content, so of course Prospero is going to pop up high on the list here. As I drill down into the Prospero retirement, everything changes again. This time I see retirement ads. I take out all that Facebook friends and the YouTube videos. I can now personalize that experience for my customer who's coming in from a search engine. Now, how is this all done? Let me just log in into the enterprise environment and talk a little bit about that marketing experience. So for the marketer, we want to be able to change the way they work. We want to provide all the tools that they need: analytics, content management, digital asset management, campaign management, all of those tools that we need to do our daily job. We want to provide that in line, in context, in a seamless experience. So if I'm looking at this page and I need to understand how well this content is doing, I can see the KPIs relevant to this page. I can see how much revenue is being driven. I can understand some of that historical data about where they are coming from, whether it's a point of sale device, an Android device, a web device, TV ads. Are they coming in through a kiosk at my stores? So this is beyond the web. We're able to understand where folks are coming from. Not only that, where in the world are they coming from? Are they coming from the U.S.? Are they coming from Asia? And once they're to my site, what is their experience in my site? Are they viewing my homepage? Are they drilling down into particular parts of my site? Now I can understand how people are navigating through my site and what content is more relevant to them. Now it extends beyond this analytics. Now I can start to see that seamless experience between analytics and my campaign management. So now I can start to manage my campaigns. I can see those marketing spots. How well is my campaign running? Is it performing? Is it underperforming? I'm going to mash that information up with my profile engine. So now I can see who this content is personalized for, how much revenue is being driven, all of this historical data so I can make a better business decision. And once I'm understanding which marketing campaign I want to work on, I can edit it. I can bring it right in line here. And now I can start to see which campaign is is being run here, and I can change the dates. I can change the pages that it's currently being run on. I can even say, you know what? I don't want it on my website, only on my website. I can put it out on Facebook. I can put it on my ad space. I can push it out to my kiosk. And once I've understood how I want to be able to reach my customer, I can start to manage who I want to target this content for. And so now I have the traditional view of SAP information, what we know about the user. But I want to be able to build a larger profile. I want to bring in web analytics. I want to bring in how they're working on the social channels. What are they doing in those sites? So this is way beyond what we're doing today. This will change the way we can understand and create a complete profile of our customer base. Make our content more relevant. And from there, what do I want to be able to do? I want to be able to affect change on this site. I want to change content, right? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to show you a little bit about how I can change that promotion wheel to show maybe an image. And of course, I have the typical digital asset tools in place here instead of searching by tags and things like that we might be doing with traditional types of content. These are images. Maybe I want to search by color profile. And I don't see my image here, so what I'm going to do is just take one of my images and drag and drop it in. Did you see that? That was pretty. That was pretty. That standard's working for you, guys. Standard's working for you. So now what I can do here is I can start to do some of those basic digital asset management activities, such as cropping an image. I can save this out and push it back to my website and save it again here. But maybe what I want to do is create a different type of test and do some multivariate testing, some A/B testing. So 50% of the time I want to show that image. 50% of the time I might want to show a movie. Everyone likes movies. We heard from Jim. Everyone likes movies. So what I can do here is I can search, instead of by color profile, I can search by tags, categorization. I can see my movie here. I can see comments and where it's being referenced and metadata. Not only that, but I can also provide those basic cropping capabilities as well. So now I can say, instead of the whole movie, I just want to show a part of the movie. How cool is that? How many people do we have to go to actually do this today? How many departments? Who has to call up your digital marketing team? Huh? Not anymore. You can do this with the northstar vision. So I'm going to save this out and also publish it to my website. And once I've done that, what's the next part of this? Well, I want to preview. I want to see what 50% of the time those folks will see. They'll see my cropped image. 50% of the time, I might want to see my movie. Right? So now I can start to push this content out, not only to my website, but also to my mobile device, my kiosks, print, publication, and all that good stuff. Now, from here, we also don't want to forget about our developers. So let me just talk about how we can help those rapid application development environments where maybe I need to edit or make a quick change on the application. So with the northstar vision, we also want to provide that seamless experience for our developers. How do we do that? Well, we can provide, a little quick edit. I can reorder some of this, so I can change around the order by just simply dragging and dropping items within my form. If I want to add some social capabilities, I can open up a new window. I can go back to my Facebook page. Maybe what I want to do is grab my friends and add it in here, make this application a little more engaging, a little more social. Well, it's as simple as just grabbing what you want and dragging it and dropping it. Whoa! Really, I heard someone in the audience be like, jaw drop, right? Let me show you that again. I'm on Twitter. You can see here, someone had just posted something 33 minutes ago. I want to add some of these stock feeds because I want my friends or my customers, as they're filling out this application, to understand where the market's going. What did I do last time? I dragged and I dropped. Amazing. Amazing, guys. This is standards coming into play. The northstar vision is, of course, going to embrace those standards and make the environment, the customer's experience, more social, more personalized, highly seamless through mobile device, browser, next generation device such as that iPad thing that I had up here. But we're also going to change the way our marketing folks work. We're going to change the way our developers work and provide that all the tools that they need in line, in context, in a seamless integrated experience to help them do their jobs better.